We are at an inflection point, I believe, in the world economy. Not just the world economy, in the world. It occurs every 3 or 4 generations. As one of the top military people said to me in a secure meeting the other day, 60 million people died between 1900 and 1946. And since then, we established a liberal world order, and that hadn't happened in a long while. A lot of people dying, but nowhere near the chaos. And now is a time when things are shifting. There's going to be a new world order out there, and we've got to lead it. And we've got to unite the rest of the free world in doing it. So anyway, I'm going to hush up, Mary, fire away.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Samba. Welcome back. So we're going to continue this conversation about the New World Order and what the future holds. So if you read the Bible, you should know that we are living in the end times. That's not a secret. Now, what people, when they think about a New World Order, they think about Adam Weishaupt and all these different type of people, but it's deeper than that. What people don't understand is that throughout human history, there have always been world orders. And these world orders started off with a person named Nimrod. Nimrod built a city called Babel, and Babel eventually turned into Babylon. Babylon was the first international power, the first world order. So you have to understand that all world orders have their foundation from Babylon. So what is a world order? Let me back up a little bit. Let me give you the textbook definition. A world order refers to the arrangement of power and diplomacy and world politics on a global scale. Prescriptively, world orders refer to a preferred arrangement of power and authority that is associated with the realization of such values as peace, economic growth, equity, human rights, and environmental quality and sustainability. So that's like a straight to the point definition of what a world order is, and I think y'all understand what that meant, right? So let's continue. Remember, in order for you to be an international power, you have to have what? First, you got to have money and control of the resources. Well, according to Google, the United States have been a world power since 1898. But over the past couple decades, we've been hearing about a new world order. If you can go back to the last video, we brought up the New World Order book by Ralph Epperson, and he talked about how the United States will play a major role into bringing this New World Order into the world stage. So when Joe Biden says that we have to be the one to unite the world together for this, what country is vital for making this happen outside of the United States? It will have to be a country with the money. China has one of the largest banks in the world. But before I get into that, listen to this.
Need to bring China into the creation of a new world order, financial world order.
So remember, in order for the world to move into this stage of having a one world government and move into Revelation, where it talks about the Antichrist and the mark of the beast and all these different type of things, into completion of these things, you would have to have these nations come together to form this new form of government. And if you know about BRICS, then you know that's already in process. And the main focus would have to be about economics first, to form a new economic system, and that would include a new currency. They're not going to try to do business with a poor country. They're going to try to do business with the countries that have the most influence and have the most power. China alone has one of the largest banks in the world. Okay, China created the banknote, or aka paper money. China is also referred as the Red Dragon, which is interesting because we're talking about the end times and these countries coming together to form a one world government. But in Revelation 12:3 it says, "And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his head." And this is talking about the end times, and it's interesting how they refer to themselves as the Red Dragon as a nation. They even tried to rewrite the Bible, changing certain stories inside of the Bible saying that Jesus stoned a woman and all this type of stuff, like, when that's completely not true. China is also a communist country where they have a social credit system. So this is like slavery, really. So when it comes to China, China is definitely a valuable player for the elite in this new world order, because they want to bring certain values that China has into the world globally. China will definitely be a major piece to the puzzle into bringing in this one world government, placing communist values on the world stage. Remember, we're not a part of this system. This system is Babylon, okay? And Jesus already told us that we're from another world. We're from another system, which is the kingdom of heaven. And we have to understand that these things will have to take place in order for the prophecies in the Bible to come to fruition. So I want to continue this series with a part 3. And I want to go into talking about China more. And I want to talk about, the spiritual side of things, and just where we're headed. You know what I'm saying? And remember, like, God is in control. This world is coming to an end, but he already warned us. He said, do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid, because God sees everything, and he has us here to spread the word, spread the gospel, because this world is not going to last forever, but God's word will last forever. And the kingdoms that are in this world currently, they're falling apart. They don't even know it yet, but they're falling apart. And there's only one kingdom that's going to last forever. But these things have to take place. But in that kingdom that's going to last forever is the kingdom of heaven. But make sure you subscribe and stay tuned to the next video, because we're going to continue this series and get more in detail about what is this new world order and what does the future hold.